some people like hearing it straight through, and other people suddenly discover that you can go to the left or the right with it. And it'll be fun however you do it. And a lot of people will just be very bored with it and they'll take it off. That's why I had it at the end of the album. So it's near the reject button.
The murder mystery. Incredible.
That's our drummer Maureen singing that. And everybody in the group sang on this album this time. Like on the Murder Mystery, Sterl and Doug and Mo and me. I think everybody sang like different parts. And Maureen's song closes the album out. It's called After Hours.
And does she do that live?
No, we haven't.
Only when they scream for it.
She said only if they ask. We haven't been able to.
What is it to ask for?
Pardon?
What would they ask for?
After Hours.
After Hours.
But she gets nervous about singing in public. We had a time getting her to sing in the studio, more or less.
It's just a little bit crooked, and it's just you can't forget it. It's great. It's almost straight. It's almost a ballad, but it just goes twist.
It's all Maureen. She's so beautiful. She has to be one of the most fantastic people I ever met in my life. Is Maureen. She's so impossibly great. But, I never can believe it, when we're walking around the studio, I run into Mo. I can't believe it.
It keeps happening.
Yeah, over and over.
And the Murder Mystery, you do some of that.
Part of it. Like, we've been doing part of it lately as part of Sister Ray. Like, the last part, because we haven't been doing the front part because it would be hard for people to listen to. Like, it's more the kind of thing someone would listen to, like, when they're sitting around drinking cocoa.
So, getting dried up. So you just do the last part with the piano? But you lose part of the plot.
Oh, that's
there is a movie going on there.
Yeah, well, we bring him up to date.
Count Robin has to get killed.
Goes sick upon the carpet, climbing to the parapet, sick upon the staircase, bring me to the casket. So they catch it quick.
How much do they keep going?
Huh? Oh, no. I'd give away the plot. No, we make up a lot of it on stage. It goes headless Roman horseman, swordsman eating fire, bold upon the Savior, sick upon the water. King and queen are empty. Their heads are in the outhouse. It goes on and on and on.
What you should have had for the back of the album is the sentence diagram of that.
No. Everybody else publishes their stuff, and, we put on record. If we wanted to be published, we'd put books on.
Who did the photographs for the album?
Oh, that's the factory. A friend of ours named Billy Name, he's part of the factory.
Uh-huh.
And, he does all our covers. And, he's divinity in action on Earth, that's all. He does pictures that are unspeakably beautiful, that's all. That are just pure space. For people who have one foot on Earth and another foot on Venus, they would like that kind of picture because it's out and out space.
Hey, will the factory ever do recording? Will it do...
Oh, I don't know. Andy once wanted to make a record of himself saying hello. But we figured the potential wasn't too good for that. Anyway, just say hello. 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 He might have gotten away with it, but I think he likes movies better. See, that's when we like records and he likes movies.
Yeah.
So, separate but equal.
Have you got plans, schemes for the future?
Not really. Just to play around. We really enjoy playing. It's really, I just think it's fantastic that we can play this stuff in public. And
people like it.
And that people like it. It really turns me on and it turns them on. We don't have any, put it this way, we don't have any point to prove or any axe to grind or, just anything to tell anybody else. You know what I mean? It's just nice that people show up and that we can play for them. Because, we have fun.
You've always got a home in Boston.
Oh, well, Boston was the whole thing as far as we were concerned. it was just, it was the first time we played in public and didn't have all those things thrown at us that, you know, the leather freaks, that, you know, druggies, that were this and that. It was the first time anybody just listened to music, which blew our minds collectively. You know, the first job here, just I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. And it's been that way ever since. I never believed it when I'm in Boston. You know, it's just a really nice scene.
Oh, yeah, you listen to WBCN in Boston, that's what my job is. And, all right, once more from the album, and...
this is called What Goes On. The album had kind of like a unity to it, like, you know, the first song states what... It's like this person named Candy asking all these questions, and then it starts to delineate answers, you know, and it goes all the way through to a song called That's the Story of My Life. And after you got all that solved, you're faced with the murder mystery.
It has been a joy, and I think we'll probably have to say goodbye now, and we'll see you down at the Boston Tea Party.
It's really been a pleasure. I really enjoyed myself.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night down at the Boston Tea Party. The Velvet Underground, they're back in town.
So space.
What? How's that?
Oh, it's just so spaced. It's just, like,
It's just solid. It's rhythm. It's just
it's a straight harmony. Like, it has all these rhythm things going on in it, but like the organ is this all-enveloping cloud of heaven music, you know, and it just goes on and on and on and on. Like, you know, there was no real reason to stop.
One night we were playing this and we almost didn't stop. We went on the rhythm section, which is the end, you know, went on for about, must have been 10 minutes, and all of a sudden everybody woke up and said, we've got to stop. You know,
we suddenly realized how long this had gone on. You know, because, you know, we're always aware of facts that, you know, there's another group on after you, and their cars and their curfews, and that you can get the, you know, people in trouble if you run over and they're still there. You know, and, you know, we suddenly snapped out of it and realized, like, we've been doing it, like, you know. See, in the old days, we used to go hours and hours, but you can't do that now, the way things are set up, because there's always another group, possibly two. You know, you play a gig and they say you got 30 minutes, you know, and, you know, we could, you know, we're just starting, you know, and so it's not really so fair to us, but you don't have a choice about it. But like that one track is just so spaced out. I mean, it's so spaced out that I think it will space people who hear it. You know, because it just
got a very high energy level too. It just, it's
without being on a volume trip. Yeah, you know, as I say.
Yeah, if you had done a movie, if this were from a movie, that's the thing you might home on your way out.
Yeah, right. I just pictured, like, you know, if heaven had rock and roll, you know, you were marching to the Golden Gate, you might very well hear that, and as you went.
That's my favorite old-time rock and roll song. It superseded everything.
Yeah, I really like that. I love the ending. Like the instrumental part in the middle is fantastic. Like, you know, I know it should intrigue people how the effects got. It sounds like 1,000 deranged bagpipes, but it isn't.
What is it?
It's
3 deranged guitars.
3 deranged guitars. It's really nice.
I was supposed to say goodbye, but I decided not to.
You might be intrigued by the track that comes on after that.
I get high from that song, I really do.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, it's space. I mean, you know, a lot of people think there's space, but you can get more space. You can never be not enough spaced, or you can't be too much spaced.
Yeah. So we're not going to do the next cut from that. We're going to do Wilkinson Tricycle, which is a group that's with you, and which you haven't heard yet, and this is the Wilkinson Tricycle. They'll be down with the Velvet Underground Thursday.
Now, for those people that had a tape machine on, just caught a little treasure chest there. Here. What was that, John?
That was the Velvet Underground live at the Gymnasium in '67. It was April '67. Yeah.
What was the lineup of the Underground at that stage?
That was just after Nico went. It was Lou and Sterling, myself, and Mo.
That was '67. How long did the Velvets go on after that?
Till 69
was the final.
Well, I led at 69, but they went until 70, 71, I think.
70 or 70. I've always thought that if that band came had just started now, if all of, if everyone was, 15 years younger and came around now, the band would make it again? Because I think it would fit into what's happening right now.
Well, I mean, I just stumbled across these old tapes of live performances, and I don't think there's really any interest in them, in putting them out.
No?
No.
Really?
No.
That's very...
I'd
love it. Really. I thought the Underground came up with such unique and innovative stuff for their time. They were really ahead of their time at the time that they were putting out the music.
Okay, enough.
Enough. Okay. Enough of that.